Good evening and welcome back to the Upset Podcast. Tonight is our season 5 finale. I can't believe it. Coming up next. Hey. Once again, welcome back to the Upset Podcast. We're so happy that you tuned in to our season 5 finale. And we couldn't have this finale without this wonderful group of individuals. Hello, Upsetters.
Hello.
Good morning. Good evening. Good afternoon.
Morning, good evening, good afternoon, whenever you're watching this, all right? Happy holidays to everyone.
Yes.
Happy holidays.
Indeed.
Holidays.
Yeah. We're going to talk a little bit about the holidays a little later, but in Upsetter fashion, what's been piquing your interest in the headlines and your timelines this week?
Oh, they earlier or towards the end of the week, they caught the little Brown University killer, even though he was deceased already. But
yeah.
Oh yeah, and I saw a lot of video. People after the fact they were showing videos of people prior to the incident. Kind of, I guess.
This one guy found him, saw him suspiciously, a janitor.
Okay.
And he was questioning what was he doing there, and the guy felt harassed and he left, but he ended up coming back. And then he killed another professor at MIT University on Monday.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah.
They was from the same country, same age around.
Yeah. And I think they've been schoolmates, hadn't they? Okay.
I don't know that, but there was some connection.
Yeah, they were from the same place for sure. But dude did go to Brown University sometime. He was a former student.
Alumni, man. Whew. Tell you.
Yeah. The
I heard about what happened in Australia. I mean, that's crazy.
Yeah. It's just, I hate, particularly this time of the year when those things happen, because it's I just think about the families and the loss during a time when families are coming together, and many are now burying loved ones. It's just so sad. We just got to get a handle on this.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Keenan.
No, I'm about to say that what's going on in Venezuela right now. I mean, America.
You talking about killing the people on the boats?
Yeah, that's the whole block. Yeah, that
the blockade.
Blockade.
Oh yeah.
Trying to force, the president, the president out, and America is couching this as, protecting our freedoms and humanitarian, doing a humanitarian, aid and all this stuff, and protecting democracy. That's just crazy. Basically, they got no fly zone. You basically just bullying, just taking.
That's exactly it. Yeah.
There's no other way to put it, really.
They can move in or out.
Yeah, taking oil tankers, and it's just like, okay, it's America. They could just do it. It's just okay. It's just crazy.
It's
You're evil.
Yeah.
We have to lay this at the foot you lay it at the foot of the American people for making the selection, but we lay this at the feet of a man by the name of Donald John Trump.
Oh yeah.
We've seen this before, though, in the arrogance of Nebuchadnezzar and the obstinance of Pharaoh and the pride of the Roman emperors. We've seen all of this before, but Donald Trump has become narcissistic and pathological to the point of being a cancer to this nation. What he did with the photographs and the plaques about the presidents with this so-called Walk of Fame is an abomination, and I'm praying that God will judge him.
I And I'm still wondering, as we're approaching the year mark with him, if his supporters are at least feeling a little uneasy.
They are.
Many
They
of them are. Not all of them, but
No,
many.
not all of
I
them.
don't know how anyone with any type of conscience could support him. I mean, be a Republican all you want. That's not even the issue here. It's about supporting someone who's just like, it's just abysmal. Like he's just like, even I keep going back to what he was saying about the Reiner,
Rob Reiner, the
Rob
death.
Reiner. Like to me, that was the lowest of like. I don't know how insensitive somebody could be. It's so it just seems so petty and childlike. It's something just doesn't come from a president of the United States.
He acts like his mentality, his emotional mentality, is stuck right around 13 years of age. And Keenan, I'm in your field now, but I mean, if you look at him, you watch the way he acts, his petulance, his need for instant revenge, his willingness to use mockery as a tool of superiority. These are the things you see in grade school, and there's something about him that is really, really pathologically ill.
Yeah.
And but we've enshrined it and put a crown on it.
It's like no filter now. I mean,
Everything goes.
They said about people coming from the Somali, what is it, the other country? He didn't use the word, but I think we spoke about this last time.
Yeah.
These hellhole countries, whatever, and watching more people from Norway and I'm like, it's just like, did he say that out loud? Like what?
Yeah.
Listen,
that's what they're saying now. They're saying that he's saying the quiet things out loud now. He used to keep them quiet, but
he feels invincible because he has said so many other things, and he still is able to operate. So it's like,
he feels invincible.
And guys, we are killing people, accusing them of being drug lords without evidence, and they just
that is true.
Them. It's almost 100 people.
That's
that is very true.
We would be going to war with somebody. We're instantly killing people without justification.
Right, and
around and pardon the president. I forgot the president. The
Honduras.
They're bringing in tons of drugs. Pardon him, but let's kill him. Like it don't even make sense.
Make it make sense.
That makes sense.
I understand.
Well, they said what the real issue was. They want to change the regime and take the oil. So we deserve the oil back. It's all about. It's always about money.
It always comes back to money.
A little money. Yeah.
Mercy.
300,000 estimated. Black women lost their jobs in this 1 year.
Yeah.
Under the Trump administration.
I hear that.
What is year 2 going to look like?
Oh, that is. It is horrifying to consider.
Yeah.
They're already saying young people can't get jobs now. It's very hard for them. Yeah. AI is taking a lot of jobs. People holding back from hiring to see how they can use AI more to, disseminate people.
Yeah.
We're living some tough times. Tough.
It really is. I've been following a few YouTubers who are kind of chronicling their journey after being laid off. And, times pass maybe 2-3 months before you find something else. Now people are going as far as a year, 18 months before they're still finding themselves unemployed.
And those women were highly educated.
Oh yeah,
big jobs. They were the ones accused of giving it through
jobs, and all of the tech jobs seem to be heavily attacking, as you mentioned, AI and some other things, and downsizing. Companies are trying to keep more money in their pockets. So. Yeah, here we are. All right, guys. So we've been
happy holidays.
Exactly.
I'm depressed now. Let's talk about the.
We need to bring some joy into this conversation. But
Merry Christmas.
The CeCe Winans concert last night.
Yes, please.
Phenomenal. Oh my goodness. It was phenomenal.
She's amazing. I mean,
and she had 2 sisters with her, Debbie and Angela, and then they had a nice background. It was a festive Christmas concert. So it had, I mean, beautiful staging with the trees and lots of color decor. It was fun. So they sang several Christmas songs, Christmas hymns, and then she did a few of her selections, and her sisters, they sang together, then they came out sang separately. It was phenomenal.
How much were the tickets?
It was at the Met. Oh, well, my ticket was $100, but I was not like at the stage, but towards the back of the orchestra section. But the closer you were, they were like close to $200.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can't do it.
You can't what?
I can't. I just can't. You know,
You can't pay that much.
That's because he
can't
used
pay
to be
that.
on the stage singing.
You used to get free tickets. That's why.
He used to be in the
You
talent.
know, I'm sure that both of those things have something to do with it. But I think that $100 has a lot to do with it too.
That was bought early. The later you waited, they went up.
I remember when tickets like that were $35, and I just
It's like when gas was 35 cents.
yeah. Thank you, Tosh. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he used to keep his car really full when it was 35 cents.
Yeah.
No, yeah, I'm a big CeCe Winans fan. You know, when she recently sang the national anthem at the game, it's interesting to see some people just discovering her. She kind of a lot of people's radars. I'm like, what? CeCe Winans
That girl has won 17 Grammys.
Yes,
I didn't realize that.
Now would be I don't know.
I've interviewed her twice.
Oh yeah, okay.
Beautiful woman. Isn't she beautiful?
And she was absolutely just a beautiful person to talk to. Absolutely.
Yeah.
They were kidding her last night. They said she just came out saved. She was a baby. She was saved in Jesus.
I believe it. Some people just covered from birth. Like it just seems like wow.
And you can see even what she wears when she's performing is always long and clergy-like. She's not.
Yeah.
Bless her heart.
Well, that was a little turn in the great concert.
Well, that might be a good segue into during the season. What are some of the things that you all like to do? What are some traditions? I was talking to someone this week, and they were saying at this stage of life, they're less into gifts and they're more into experiences with their family. It was a great experience. What are some experiences you guys like to do during the holiday season?
I don't know. I like that. I'm gonna tell my kids that. Yeah, it's all about the experience.
But you got to plan the experience, though, Ken. You can't just say it. You got to have something.
What experience, right?
Yeah.
You're just grateful to be alive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to go to Longwood Gardens. That's something that, for those who are not familiar, in our area, it's a beautiful, like during the spring and summer, it's like full of flowers, beautiful scenery. But during the winter, they have like lights and it's decorated.
Is it drive-through?
No, you walk through it.
You can park and walk through. I understand there's a restaurant as well, but you have to like get reservations there like months in advance. Like it really picks up during the holiday season. But I like lights, as we established. So I was thinking that that's definitely something I wanted to do. But they do have those things where you can drive through and see people who participate in like the Christmas decorations, where you can go and visit the stops, and they win awards for the best decor and Christmas decorating in their houses. But I haven't done that in a while. But I do like to do that.
When I was in Virginia, the cheap budget, low budget, when we were little, my dad would drive us around. We'd take a little family night. We'd just drive around, look at the Christmas lights. Then when we got grown in Virginia, we would have a place like Botanical Gardens that you could drive through and look at the lights, and even lights at the beach. You could drive and watch the lights. And there was a couple of places on the peninsula, Hampton side, GP, that we would go to, and it was just phenomenal. Then we would eat something, having it, because you listen to your Christmas music, and it was just the best time. But my family would teach us, even though they like gifts, they would teach us, it's just that family togetherness, being together with family, whether you had a lot. I mean, we grew up poor, so, what we got was we get like 3 gifts, and we were excited about that. But it was still always happy times. We
Hmm.
weren't sad. We weren't angry. You know, nobody's like, I didn't get an Xbox. You know, you knew you weren't getting that kind of expensive.
The expectations were
But what we got was just so nice, and it was just eating that good food though. That was the best, and fellowship.
being together.
And my mom would always make us a fruit bag. We would have a bag of, you know, apples, oranges, and then the hard mixed Christmas candy.
Candy, yes.
Do you remember the hard nuts you had to crack?
Listen.
Nutcracker. And so we got that every Christmas. That was so much fun.
I remember
That's nice.
things.
Yeah, one of the things, you know, growing up in the greatest city on earth in New York City.
Oh, I was going to say, I didn't know you grew up in Philly.
New York City, you know, and there's so much to do, but as a kid, we just didn't do none of it. We just
Really?
just didn't do
Did
any
you go
of
to the Apple, the big drop,
none of that.
No.
What about the lighting of the Christmas tree?
None of that. None of that. So when I got married, my wife, she's from Virginia, you know, we would go home to New York City, and she's like, we got to do this, we got to do that. I'm like, that's tourists. We don't do that stuff.
Right. Exactly.
You know,
Exactly.
like, y'all don't go to the Rockefeller Center? Like, no, nobody.
Yeah.
But I went. And so I'm like, oh, this is pretty nice.
Yeah.
I never knew. And so for like a few years, we were going to the Rockefeller Center, you know, when I first got married. But then my mom moved out of New York City, so we don't do that no more. Or we don't do that as much. But that was nice. I'm not gonna lie, that was nice.
Yeah.
It's ice skating, isn't there? Like ice skating.
Yeah, ice skating. It's just, you know, so festive.
Yeah.
Shopping, Macy's right there. It's just a whole bunch of stuff, you know, right there going on. So it's really nice.
Right near the Today Show too. I don't think Today Show is that. Are they near that? Because I know they was talking about Rockefeller Center.
Everything is there. Everything that happens in the world is right there.
Just keep turning. You see that.
Sodom and Gomorrah is all right.
Well, you know, but Keenan makes a good point. You know, residents don't go to those kind of things. I mean, for example, I would rather be caught dead twice than to be standing in front of the Rocky statue in Philly and I don't remember the last time I've actually went to look at the Liberty Bell. These are things you don't do.
You've been to them at least, right? Like,
well, when I was in maybe grade school, a class trip. But I drive by the Liberty Bell. I tell somebody, say, "Oh, we want to look at the Liberty Bell." I say, it's cracked. You know, I mean, and so you don't do those kind of things. But you know what really brings you back to life is the presence of children when you're able to see the world through their eyes, and to receive things with their innocence. And so that's what we look forward to. You know, the young ones now in our family, the third generation folks who are coming along, bring us a level of joy on Christmas.
Yes, I love it. I love it.
Yeah. I just want to say that to your point too, Tally. Not about Christmas, but I used to work by the World Trade Center. And so in the summer times, used to work there. And my co-workers for lunch were like, hey, let's go up on one of the twin towers, let's go to the top. And we would get to the line. And of course, the line is just extremely long.
Oh, yeah.
Stand in the line for that. We'll go next time. So, you know, we put it off the whole summer. And then, of course, never been.
You never go.
Nah, I did. Just took that for granted.
Yeah.
That's a good point, though. Yeah. Don't take it.
Yeah, appreciate where you are.
Yeah.
For sure. So
that's a word. Yeah.
Appreciate where you are.
Yes.
Don't try to use that with the kids, Keenan. So what are you all's plans for the holidays? Any travel?
Yeah, I got a quick flight to Florida to Kiss Mom Day, and then I'll be back home in Virginia for Christmas.
Oh, okay. You get a little both. The parents are parents, and then
my family's in Florida, but Virginia is where I'm rooted. So I'll be home for Christmas.
Okay. I'll be home. Yeah, I'm going to Virginia.
I'm leaving Virginia. I'm going to New York.
You are? Okay.
You're going to Rockefeller Plaza?
No, I'm not.
He's over it now.
Not this time.
I love that. New York.
Yeah, we went to Charlotte. My nephew and his wife bought a big, huge house. Okay. So when they moved in, we was like, "This is where we're coming for Christmas." You're sleeping on mattress and air all over the house. So,
I love that.
That's really good. Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to Virginia. My parents are still in Virginia, so my sisters and I and our families, we all come there for Virginia. I mean, for Christmas. Even though over the years we've been trying to like spread it out, but nothing feels the same as just coming to your parents' home. Yeah. Even though it's not the home that we grew up in, they've since moved. It still feels that way. Just coming back to them. And
yeah, Tasha, you go to the deep south part of Virginia,
southwest.
Yeah. Where's home? Where's home? In
South Boston.
Oh yeah, that's the country.
Yeah, it's the country.
Yeah, that's the country.
Yeah. It's just in there, but it's nice. Someone at a church who always teases me, do you guys have at least two stoplights in South Boston yet? I was like, we have 3. Thank you very much.
Walmart's not too far, right?
That's right. Listen, Walmart was a hangout. When we got that Walmart, we were on the map. Okay.
You still got slaves out there?
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, that's yeah.
But Marlene, you made me think of something, a discussion I listened to recently about who hosts Christmas, because there were some people who were getting a little frustrated that their house was always the one, and the people show up, don't bring anything, don't stay to clean up.
Do that
expectation that everyone will provide. I was like, oh no, there has to be
some bringing food. Yeah.
Whoever's hosting, that's the thing for sure. But yeah, and I always like to say, and I think the Upset podcast has definitely made me a little bit more sensitive to how other people are feeling during certain times of the year. I love Christmas. It's one of the best seasons for me, but I have to be sensitive to the fact that that's sometimes for some people that's the worst time of the year for them. Whether it's because they have lost loved ones or because it's just they just don't feel what everyone else is feeling, and then that makes them feel bad. Or there's even seasonal depression that we've talked about several times. So. I definitely want to be sensitive to that, and recognize that even though you may not feel it, still try to create experiences that bring you joy in the midst of it. Because, I know some people, they become little Scrooges sometimes, like because they're feeling bad, they don't want other people to feel happy, or they attack the things that bring them joy. Like, somebody wants a Christmas tree. Why do you have to have that Christmas tree? This pagan holiday. All this. I'm not saying that that's everyone, but I'm saying sometimes that's how it's projected.
Well, that's been a part of our religion, though, hasn't it? I mean, to kind of deny these things and to react against them. And folks still wrestle about it. I know I had a member who was dead set against anything that looked like, quote, worldly celebration of Christmas. And even the name Christmas, he didn't. And so, we used to, and that used to be something that we kind of supported, the denial of seasonal celebration.
Yeah, that's what made us peculiar, or showed that we weren't of the world.
Yeah, we went past peculiar. We went to downright odd.
But then, Tally, it has been. When I was little, I didn't used to hear that so much, but when I got grown is when, and it depends on the theological stance of your pastor. If they felt like they were more present truth pastors, then they would speak against holidays or paganistic holidays. But if not, then you had the joy of the season. So, and then I was looking in our I know it's in what I want to say. What's the book? Adventist Home. The Adventist Home. Because you can have a tree, right? You can have it as world, or you have it differently. So we have trees and not churches. Put things on it to help the poor. Decorate with monies and things like that to help the poor. And so, that's been an idea.
Yeah, the quote. I got a quote. It's in Review and Herald, December 11th, 1879. Ellen White said, "God would be well pleased if on Christmas and New Year's a tree were planted in our churches and hung with offerings, the fruits of benevolence and gratitude."
Yeah.
Yeah, we can't hang offers anymore.
And I think that's the same quote that Marlena was talking, because we take Ellen White's quotes and put them all over the place. But I mean, and that one of the things that bothers me about our people is we use the writings of Ellen White as a shortcut to thinking.
No be all too.
Yeah. Like, well, I mean, we'll debate a Bible text and then somebody will read an Ellen White text and all of a sudden the discussion is over. And I've never really lived that way.
Yeah. I've grown up.
I don't think that's what she intended her writers to be as well.
Yeah, we did it to her. Yeah, we did it to her writers.
We did.
Yeah, because can you imagine?
Do you think we'll ever have another prophet? A prophet in now, or has God run short?
God stopped speaking. What are you talking about?
Oh, okay. I just was wondering.
God doesn't use people anymore.
I was just about to say, Tally,
somebody's going to believe you.
I was just about to say, Tally, once you write your book, can you imagine being quoted? Tally said,
I really could not. I couldn't take that burden of, being. I mean, I didn't even like it as the pastor. Well, the pastor said, well,
Look good or bad, right?
Yeah, once the pastor said, that's the final word.
Yeah, we have to re-educate you have to definitely re-educate our people.
Yes.
You have to go to the Bible yourself,
Yes.
For yourself. And on the shoulders of those that came before us.
But
the prophetic gift is still alive.
I think so too, GP.
Yeah.
Go to the Bible with the interpretation of the Holy Spirit, not your own. Because some people come away with jacked up concepts from the Word of God.
Well, they create the concept first, then they go look it in the Bible for something to support that concept.
That proof text theology, But speaking of which, and I don't want to commandeer a conversation here, but there's been a lot of debating recently about what's called last generation theology, which says that at the end of time there'll be a group of Adventists who will become so imbued with the Holy Spirit that they would become perfect in their observation of the 10 Commandments, so that God will be able to say to the universe, see, I was not unfair in asking human beings to keep the law, and that's what the latter rain will provide for us and all, and that ultimately that group will stand before God without a mediator and blah 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 blah.
Without a mediator? Oh my goodness.
Well, that's Adventist doctrine. Remember at the close of probation, when the sanctuary is closed, there's no mediator, and so
the withdrawing of the Holy Spirit
and the withdrawing of people. That is a part of last generation theology, and people are starting to question it now.
Well, what's the name? Somebody they brought it back. I can see his face.
Mark Finley.
Mark Finley, yeah. I know he's speaking about it, spoke about it. So it's coming back to the forefront.
Yeah.
And I think to me is that's focusing on yourself. And anytime when you the subject and God, Jesus is not the subject, to me that's just a red flag for me right there.
Yeah. And what are we to do with that information? You know what I mean? Like, is that a call for us to desire to be among that? You know what I'm saying? Like, when we teach that, is it because we want people to become Adventists so that they could be considered?
Well, it's more about the idea is to make Adventists more Adventisty, the idea of the latter rain is, quote, so that we can preach the Sabbath more fully, unquote, to become more entrenched in the things that we say that we believe. That is the purpose, that those who were eating meat are giving it up. Those who were vegetarian give up dairy. Those who give up dairy become vegan. I mean, you go deeper into it,
Sounds like more of a control thing.
Well, you know, when you're in a religion where you got it, where in order to join it, you got to stand up in front of people and tell them, I ain't gonna do this, I ain't gonna do this no more. Control is a big part of it.
Yeah, that's a whole separate conversation. I've been debating with some pastors about that, but I won't
the vows.
We'll go.
You don't have to do. I like those alternative vows that
the three, right?
Yeah.
Three
Look, I believe in Jesus. I'm joining this church. I stand on the word of God. Good enough for me.
But it's more to it than that. It says that it's like, do you know and accept the fundamental principles of the Adventist church?
Yeah.
That's the second one. So they both, to me, they both covering the same thing. You know,
just not spelling it out.
And I'm not trying to, but the vows, you know, that wasn't added to the church manual until 1932. So I was debating with another pastor, like, you think those people before in 1931, you think they're going to heaven that didn't do the vows? You know, what about them? You know, so I mean, that whole vows thing, that's
not mandatory, is it? I mean,
according to the church, it is.
I am surprised that you younger mandatory don't know these things.
That it's mandatory to do. I mean, I do, but mandatory.
Yeah, according to the church manual.
Yeah, which is guidance, right?
Yeah.
Guidance.
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 I don't know. I am shocked to be in a company. When I was a younger minister, we knew the vows and we knew that the manual was a lamp unto our feet and a light unto our path. And you young ministers, you whippersnappers are just.
Now I do the vows, but I'm just saying, what if you didn't do them? The baptism is what counts, and they are accepting Jesus Christ into their lives.
I bet you baptize people with dry water.
Speaking of which, I was having this conversation with someone recently about rebaptism, the need for it. You know how when we were growing up, I hate to keep saying when we were growing up, but there was a time where, especially if there was like public sin, like someone got pregnant out of wedlock, it was required, like before they could serve again, they had to make sure
they had to be rebaptized.
Baptism, so people could see, okay, they're good now. At least that was my interpretation. Okay, they recognize that what they've done is wrong, and they're showing us by getting rebaptized. And I see that a lot of churches, I'm saying fewer and fewer, making that as a requirement for re-engagement into.
Well, you have to be. I mean, like when Peter denied the Lord publicly and cursed and swore, like he got rebaptized. Wait a minute, he didn't.
Wait. Did he jump in the water though?
You know what, Keenan? A minister said that was his rebaptism. I heard somebody else say that one time. You know, because I discovered that rebaptism became very popular for ministers who were having evangelistic meetings. You know, when that count was low, you start counting those rebapts.
And one more.
Yeah, I mean, but rebaptism is not at all a biblical concept. But I understand some very prominent people are getting rebaptized now.
No, Acts 19, people got rebaptized when they learned about Jesus Christ. You know, so that's about it.
And that's the conversation I was having with someone. They were sharing that, you know, they got baptized when they were really young. And, you know, sometimes when they're really small, they know they love Jesus.
Yeah.
They get baptized. But when they come to a deeper understanding, they may feel compelled to get rebaptized just for themselves, not because it's a church requirement. To me, that's totally different. If you're feeling called to do it and you want to do it for your own spiritual growth, that's another thing. But for a church to require it or to shame you into getting rebaptized just so you can, you know, be in good and regular standing, I think that's a whole nother, you know.
Well, you know, people are getting rebaptized all over the place these days.
Stop it.
No, they are.
I know what you just said.
What do you mean? What do you mean by that, Tyler?
No, you don't want to say it. No.
All I know is that people are being rebaptized, and it seems to be something that many people are inclining themselves toward. And so, is there something more that I should know?
Yeah, if the Spirit is leading you like that, you know, when I went to the Old Testament tour with Andrews University, we came by the Jordan River. No, I was like, I want to get rebaptized.
No, a lot of people do that.
You don't know.
Yeah, a lot of people do that.
Yeah.
Do that. I was like, nah, Jesus got baptized here. I want to get rebaptized.
Yeah.
He tried to talk me out of it. My whole class tried to talk me out. They said, you don't have to do that. I said, I know I don't have to do that.
Right.
But I want to do it.
What did you do when you got close to Golgotha, Keenan?
I was thinking about it, Tally, but it was
I just want to see what it feels like. Just hang me. Don't hang me that high. Just hang me in the middle of it.
Yeah, it was nothing up there. So
I tell you.
Oh gosh.
Right, so they wasn't sure which one was the real Golgotha. So I was like, y'all don't know. Y'all can't be right, you know.
No.
I remember being shocked at how small the Jordan River was. And how how tiny it was.
I haven't been there. I've only seen the pictures. And
it is.
I would love to.
It looks like we used to have bigger streams than that when we turned on the fire hydrant, and it was just
maybe it's dried up some over the years.
I think it has over the years. I mean, but yeah, and it swells more during the rainy season. But I mean, it is no river at all. It's a creek. And it's just
And the way they sell that thing, man, they like, look, man, John the Baptist was right around here.
Yeah.
Like, sure, yeah, like right around here.
Yeah.
Right around here.
How much do they charge for those baptismal robes?
Oh man,
I'm just saying, is that a good thing? Are we pimping out the Bible story?
Yes,
that's all Jerusalem. All Jerusalem.
Oh yeah, look. They sell little bottles of Jordan River water.
Oh my gosh! Like I don't know. This makes me.
I mean, and there's somebody right around the bend with a little bottle and a spigot, and he's just pouring it in there. And I mean, the people are buying that water. It's just crazy.
So some people were selling pieces of the type of cross.
Oh my
God! A tree.
Yeah.
I don't think they said
it is very commercial,
but it was like.
I just feel like that's just not right.
Did you buy one? Okay, did you buy one?
No, no, I did not. I did not.
I mean, but the commercializing of religion is a big thing, and it happens. You know, when Donald Trump started selling Bibles earlier, I realized that it how far it goes sometimes. You know.
Wow. Yeah, for sure. Speaking of how far it goes, here we are at our season finale of season 5. I can't even believe that.
And it's 5 of us.
Keenan, did you join us this year, right?
Yeah.
I know, because you've been around for a while. I was like, I was like, wait,
man. I thought Keenan had been with us 2 or 3 years.
I thought it was at least 2, and I was like, I think Keenan joined us this season. So
one and done, and that's it. I'm sorry, man.
Oh, is that what we were saying?
No, not one and done. Not one and done. Nope.
Now, Keenan, I do want to ask you. I want to pick on you since this is your first season. When you heard of the upset before, how has your initial perception of upset changed since you've become a part of upset? If that makes sense.
You probably didn't even watch it.
I didn't know who y'all were.
All honesty, before I watched one episode, and so when I got the call, hey, part of upset, I had to figure out like, well, was that so I had to go back and look. I looked at I'm like, oh yeah, all right, upset, okay. So that's that was that. I knew everybody except Tally. I didn't know Tally. So yeah.
Good company. I'm sure he's okay if the others like him, right?
But I had seen you several times at workers' meeting and all. You know?
Really? Oh, I don't.
Yeah, I'd seen you several times.
Oh, okay, yeah, but I never actually engaged in conversation with you.
No, we had never talked. Never talked. Yeah.
That always surprised me, and not that this is a discussion. That always surprised me that, I keep forgetting that even though we come together, we're all part of the same workforce, that there are individuals who don't know each other, even amongst the pastors.
I can't believe y'all didn't talk to each other. What kind?
No, I had never had a conversation with the conference president, and I had known of him for years, but we had never had a conversation.
Yeah.
And
I
yeah,
feel like we need to cultivate more of that.
well, you know,
you don't see people like once a year, so you know.
see, and that's the difference. When I was coming along, when I was a minister, we would see each other at workers' meetings because they were mandatory, and not only that, but Camp Pitch was an immersive experience. Camp meeting meant something, and we would. I mean, the level of bonding that occurred back in those days was incredible. I mean, even guys you didn't like, you loved because they were part of the fellowship of suffering, you know. And I mean, we would, you know, we lived in those cabins, and we, you know, after we would work all day in that hot sun, we would sit with each other and tell stories and listen to the older ministers, and it was an incredibly bonding experience that we shared that doesn't exist anymore. It doesn't exist.
Oh, they still do camp. They still do Camp Pitch, but you're saying in your time, everybody had to go.
Everybody was at Camp Pitch.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, everybody was, and everybody stayed for camp meeting. I mean, it is nothing like it once was, and you know, and it shows. I mean, there are ministers who don't know each other.
Yeah, it always baffles me because, you know, I may mention, oh, Pastor, and which one is that? And I'm like, oh wow. I mean, of course, I get to know everyone because I interact with them. But I would love to see more of that. That's neither here nor there.
Everybody, especially, and then we have, you know, groups of, you know, other ethnic groups. It's good to speak to them, you know.
Yeah, absolutely.
Talk, you know, versus standing isolated.
No, I will say I even though I was familiar with all of you before Upset, I have gotten to know you, I feel, so much more and deeper than I ever, because we get to talk every week. Like, who do you get to talk to every week?
Every week, yeah.
You know, and so I think that is definitely one of the blessings of Upset for me. Getting to know you all personally, getting to understand your perspectives on various things. I think that's the beauty, and not just me, but our constituents, because you guys know, like when you meet people, they think they know. I mean, they know you.
That's true.
I'm gonna say they know you because they have been watching you over the years, and they see how you think about certain things, and some of them will even say back to you some of the things you've said on the Upset. So
did I say that? You know.
So I just love the community of Upset all over. I don't want to say the world, but you know, we do have people listening in other countries as well. I'll have to bring the stats of our viewers. I think it told me we have a nice group from like the DMV area, from Philadelphia, which I'm not surprised because I know a lot of Tally's former members like to watch. So we have a nice contingency from Philly, and then another contingency from Huntsville.
Oh,
those are when I was looking at some of the analytics we have, and which made sense too, because when we went to Pelk, we were able to meet some of our viewers from that area as well. So the reach of Upset goes beyond just our AEC territory, and as we learned even last week, viewers in Houston and viewers in California and viewers all over. And so as we wrap up season 5, we definitely want to thank you all for making this possible. For giving us a reason to show up every week, right?
Yeah.
Because someone wants to hear our little musings about various things, and I appreciate it. So I want to ask you guys, like, as you're reflecting, particularly those who have been here since season 1, even though you came a little later, Marlene, you still were there for season 1.
I came in March, so was that 3 months later? 3 months?
Well, no, because we actually debuted in February.
Oh,
yeah, we debuted in February, so you weren't that far behind.
We lost some good people along the way.
Yes.
Marlene, it makes it sound like we had some funerals. We lost some good people.
Upset funerals, right?
Yeah.
So
they just disappeared in the crowd and they didn't say bye. We're
talking to you, Charles Williams. Charles used to be the wizened member of the group. Everybody,
He was.
and then
They
Charles
love
said,
his wisdom. He said,
Charles
I got
had enough of that.
He's like,
And
"Give
then-
me all I have to give."
I can't be there that Sunday. And then we never saw him again.
Yeah, and then there was the frenetic and energetic, peripatetic
With the holy
wanderings
shoe.
of the holy shoes of Pat.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That he was definitely an inspiration behind. Well, I definitely counted him the biggest cheerleader of Upset getting started when I first shared that. And actually, I think I like to share this over and over because we never know when people are watching. But it was really Tally. I don't know if you guys remember this. It was during an employees meeting. It was during the pandemic, and I think Tally, you had to do devotion or something. You did something, and I remember somebody put in the chat, "You should start a podcast" or something like that. And that's when I said, "Oh, a podcast." And since it was the pandemic and people were, I was like, "Oh, perfect." And so, knowing your background, Tally, I was like, "Okay, Tally definitely has to be there." And since what he had to share inspired this podcast idea, and then just grew from there. Like, who else is into podcasting? I knew GP was doing a podcast at the time with Oranges, and so that was a natural thing. Pat, he's into that thing. That was natural.
Podcast king.
And equipment and all of that stuff. That was a natural thing. And then Charles, as he thought he was just there as consulting and kind of,
got roped into it.
And was that the sixth?
You were the only woman.
And that's why, okay, we have to change that.
That's how Marlena came in.
I gotta reach out. And she was more than willing, which was great, which I knew.
Because I was told 2 shows.
Oh yeah, we just started. That's what we tell them. Yeah, we start off.
We just want you as a guest for 2. I said,
and then they get hooked.
Yeah. And I remember Miguel Sarant was with us for one show.
That's right. That's right.
Miguel. Not one show.
Oh, 2 shows.
Did he do a season?
No, he didn't do a season. Boy showed up, and 5 hot minutes later, he was gone.
Miguel was on that.
All I know, he got another job. We didn't see him. He was another one. Never said bye. Can't be there.
So, can we give a shout out to the support of the Allegheny East Conference? I remember when we were just getting started, this was an idea. They bought the microphones, and there was a level of investment.
The headsets,
And it's so funny. My microphone is downstairs. I was happy that bringing an idea like that was so welcome, without hesitation. Like, this is what we need. This is what we're trying to do, and send me the list. That was what I was told.
Well, I tip my hat to Latasha, who has really stayed. She has stayed the course and kept things moving along, and it has been a pleasure to work with you for these last 5 years.
All of you,
really. I mean that sincerely.
I couldn't do it without you guys. I mean, and I'm happy to do it with you.
We know.
I can tell you, I have never seen Tasha sweat. I mean, sweat with the stress. We're coming online late.
That's true. That is very true.
It's 5:58.
Yeah.
Tosh, is it just going to be you and I tonight? I guess so.
Yeah, she is always very cheerful and very great spirit. Just a great spirit.
That's because I don't know. I developed this mindset a while ago. Like when you playing parties, like birthday parties and other things, and you're like, people start at the last minute saying, I can't show up. And then you started like going this frenzy of, is this really going to be a party? And I just always told myself, Tasha, whoever is going to be there is supposed to be there. For this. And that's kind of what I've adopted for the podcast. Even though I'm like, I want everybody. I always want everybody. But when people can't come, I'm like, all right, well, it must be meant for us 2 this time, or 3 or 4. And that's just kind of how it is. Even though it's not ideal, I still believe that there's something that can be gained from it. And I don't want that to overshadow the disappointment. I guess that's
I've seen podcasters just be singular or But I know there's an expectation because there were 6 of us that are.
Right. And even when we started, I don't know if you guys remember, it was supposed to be a rotation. We were supposed to do.
Yeah, we were supposed to.
But then it became, where people were like, where's Marlena? Where's Tally? If somebody was missing, where's GP? Where's Pat? And it's like, oh, they expect us all the time. And so we tried.
That's right. And Corey was one of us.
Oh,
for
yes.
One or
Corey,
two shows.
Yes.
And William Washington came on board.
Oh,
and,
we had several.
And then his girlfriend at the time, who became his fiance, she was on board, and then they both canceled each other out.
Now I got to tell you, Pastor Will did say, "I've got to step down." He did say it. I don't know anybody else. Now,
Pat did tell us.
Yeah, Dr. Pat did tell us.
Yeah. So. Is there anybody else that we had? Well, Novella was in and out. She was.
It was a busy year for you all as Upsetters, I would say. Doctorates to be earned.
Yeah. Keenan and Marlena and Novella.
It was like a lot going on. So being able to show up when we did,
and pastoring.
Yeah.
So you had something, going on at the church, evangelism especially.
Yeah, which is important, very important. And
we're sick.
Yeah. Life. I mean, it's just doing something every week and doing it every week. It's not like we tried as much as possible to, if we had to pre-record, it was as close to the Sunday as possible. So this is still an every week commitment, and in the middle of life that is so unpredictable at times for all of us.
I think we really ought to tip our hats and give a round of applause to the people who have been listening for the last 5 years, our family members in the Allegheny East and beyond who have become a part of our Upset family. Griffin, who comes.
Grissom, Rodney Grissom.
Grissom, yeah. Did I say Griffin?
Yes.
Rodney, who has come on and been a part of it. Carrie Williams, who even after her husband left, she still,
and Rosalie Van
Putten, and
Mike Williams,
and Yaya Drew, and
Yanni came back.
Tiffany Brissett.
Tiffany Brissett, yeah.
I feel like we shouldn't have started this, guy.
Yeah, because we're gonna forget somebody.
I've been there.
Oh, even Miss Lillian from Ebenezer, even though she may not have always commented, I know she has been faithfully watching.
And Keenan's member from down in Petersburg.
Oh, Havis.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, Havis,
the whole time.
He's even been a guest,
Yes, yeah. And speaking of which, I definitely want to give a shout out to all the guests that we have had this year, and for every season. I love having our guests to give us different perspectives. This year we had breast cancer survivors who joined us. We had Sister McIntosh who talked to us about listening. We had who's the gentleman, Tally, that we were able to talk to?
Oh, Dr. Rob Schenck, who was one of the leaders. As a matter of fact, he wrote a blistering rebuke to President Donald Trump after Donald Trump's comments on Reiner.
He did.
Yeah, because he was a friend. He was actually a friend of Reiner's, and they did a documentary together. Yeah, I mean, he wrote a blistering rebuke, and so
it's just unnecessary what he did.
Very much so.
Yeah, and all of the guests that I'm not remembering right now, I just can't even believe that we're at the end of another year. I'm still,
it went by quickly.
It
does. We felt like Dr. Keenan been with us 5 years already.
Yeah, I'm really shocked that it was only 1 year. It's amazing, Keenan, how being with you a year feels like 5. Or,
There's a mutual there.
Yeah, I mean,
and these two.
So can I briefly share my favorite memory?
Yes.
Is when the camp meeting was over and we do those live episodes.
Yes,
those are fun.
They were
fun when we're together, because we could see each other's whole body language, not just this part of it, and
I love the laughter, the camaraderie that we have, and just fun. I see some podcasts, I'll be like, I'll be bored to death.
Yeah. And I think that too. Even when we're covering serious topics, we could find a way to still respect the topic and the sincerity of it, but find a way to. And I feel like that. Yeah. What do you say, GP?
I think GP froze just a little bit there, but he'll come back. You know, reach your hand to the screen. There you go. Look at that. Just like that.
Him a little bit. Came back.
There's power in these hands.
3 seconds later, he came back.
Yeah.
What did you say, GP? It got cut off.
Yeah, somebody feed him something. I feel virtue done departed from me. But go ahead.
But even the technical difficulties, I remember when I think it was this year, maybe it was last year when
the season we used to freeze.
It was just trapped.
Oh yeah, she just disappeared. Yeah,
I was just it's like
that gave rise to the rumor that Tasha believed in the rapture and that she had actually disappeared. And but going forward, I mean, it's time for some retired people to be really retired people. Going forward. So what does going forward look like, Tasha?
Yes, that's a great question, Tally. All year long as I have interacted with you all in person, many of you have pleaded, begged that we do not end the upset, because we shared at the beginning of this year that was our intent. After 5 years, it's time to give way to something new. And I really took this to prayer and I asked the Lord to show me what might be best for us, because even though we have ideas in our mind, I do believe that the Holy Spirit can impress us to make changes, right? So this is our compromise for season 6. Yes, there will be a season 6 of The Upset. We will not be with you every Sunday, but we will be with you one Sunday a month. It's so funny when you can't get a reaction from the people.
That's it.
Yes, let that sit. So the last Sunday of every month, you will have a Taste of Upset. And our goal is to have a slightly different format, what we call a magazine format, similar to how you see on any show that you watch, any daytime show, even a nighttime show. We have various segments, one of which we need your help with, and that is Ask Upset. I mean, we're not saying we have the best advice in the world, but I mean, we might be able to help guide you with some of the things going on in life. So we definitely would like to have a segment where you're able to share with us some situations, something they have on at the job, some personal decision you're trying to make, maybe it's relationships, whatever it may be. If you want Upset's take on that thing, we ask that you would share it with us. You can send it to upset@aecsda.com. And so we definitely want to be able to keep that interaction with you all and kind of hear from you what's going on in your lives and how Upset can help in any way. Of course, we're going to keep talking about the culture, things that are happening in the world around us, and our take. We are Christians and we believe in the Word of God, so we still want to tackle some of those spiritual issues, those things that maybe challenge us spiritually, or perspectives that we have not thought about as it relates to God's Word, and more. And since we are still in the planning of this, if you have segments that you want to suggest, we will still consider them. So let us know. Email us at upset@aecsda.com. So yeah.
Well, I'm fully resolved to taking on more of a John the Baptist role next year, and that is I must decrease so that others might increase. And these 5 years have been a lot of enjoyment and fun for me, but it's time to let the youngins have a go at it. So
no, we need old heads.
Well, find some.
No, we'll see. We'll see what happens. Just like I thought
you will.
This was ending.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens.
It has been an absolute pleasure and a joy.
Tally, you tried to leave us one time before.
Mm-hmm.
How long did it last, Tosh? How long did that last?
It lasted for a few months, but I have to say this season Tally came back strong. And
picked up, yes.
Yeah, it was. I think it was. He felt that void in his life when he stepped away seasons ago.
I feel no void.
And he had to come back to fill it this season.
Back again.
And so We appreciate
you know, well, Pat left, and you know, and what, more than anything, I honor the commitment and the investment that Tasha had shown, and it became enjoyable to work with her and on these things, and so
she's still here. She hasn't left.
No, she hasn't. But I think I think Upset has really established itself now, and it really needs to grow to the next level, and I hope it does. I really do.
Yeah, that's our goal. That's our goal. And so, you know, we'll see what the Lord leads. But we just want to let the people know as we conclude season 5 that you will have your taste of Upset in 2026. It may look a little different and it may not be as often, but we're still going to be your Upset family here, showing up for you once a month.
Yeah, that's what, thank you for allowing me to hang out with you all. You know, we appreciate it. You know,
yeah. What a privilege it's been for you. Yeah.
Yeah, it is. It is. No, seriously, it has. It has been a you know, to be with you all. You know?
We appreciate you being here.
What I really love is that Brooklyn accent there. You know, you guys need to go to 33rd Street and take a left and go move over to Flatbush. I mean, that Brooklyn accent, I love it. I love it. You know,
born and raised, baby.
So you can take the men out of Flatbush, but you can't take
Coney Island.
Coney Island. Sorry, Probably had me saying Flatbush. Sorry, so get it right. Get it right. Sorry.
Yes.
Oh, and also in the spirit of giving, I would like to say that for the first 10 people that email their address to upset@aecsda.com, we will send an Upset mug for you to enjoy during these winter months. So, so email us. Like I said, the first 10 addresses that I see in the inbox will be mailed out Upset mug. Happy holidays from us. So please.
What I want to see is what she's going to do with the 30 or 40 people who are number 11 going on.
Say, praise God for you. Thanks for watching.
She's going to send them a picture of our faces and say, "This is the mug you get."
But no. And also we want to let you guys know that even though we won't be here next Sunday, we are going to have our annual Best of Upsets. The top 10 viewed shows.
It's going to be really good.
We want you to kind of reflect back on season 5, our top 10. And these are the top 10 from YouTube, but a lot of times it mirrors the same thing on Facebook. So just come back if you want to see the top 10 shows, little clips from the top 10 shows of season 5. Like I said, we appreciate you watching. And of course, we wish you all the best. Year, end of the year and new year. And thank you guys so much. Thank you so much for being faithful watchers, viewers, listeners.
Thank you, guys.
And thank you. I can't say enough thank you to the Upset family. You all right here in these boxes. Thank you for showing up, even when it was tough, even when things were going on and you knew as soon as you ended this, you had to move to something else. I appreciate it. I don't take it lightly. And so I just want to say
no, thank you. Thank you,
LaTasha. Yeah, really, LaTasha. Yeah, thanks so much.
Always being on it, you know.
We were all chosen. We were all chosen by the chief.
Yeah, and I cherish these relationships. I really do, especially as a retired person.
I'm going to call you every week, Tally. We're going to debate something. I don't know. The weather.
Be careful because you debate them too much, he'll shut down on you. But that's for another.
Oh no! See, we're going to miss every week. But all right, guys. Season's greetings to all.
Merry Christmas and happy Merry Kwanzaa and
happy
New Year and happy Hanukkah, all of them.
Merry Christmas, Happy New Year.
Take care, everybody.
Holidays, however you feel.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Bye.
Take care, everybody.
Bye. Signing out.
Bye-bye.